This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerge from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Come on, baby. Let's go!
A strong running. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up. 2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw. One example right there. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He finds Pirine out of the backfield. Touchdown, Jaguars! A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Singleton. He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw. Singleton. A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Looking to throw. Singleton. Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From the gun on 3rd down. Singleton. He finds his man. Complete. That's Love.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 24. 48 yards on the ground for him so far.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Back to throw. Singleton throwing the out route incomplete. It's Johnston. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Working with a 2nd and 4. From the gun, Singleton. Forced out to his left. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this guy's coming at you full speed from his strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
Dancing to his left. The throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and it's now 14-0. This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right?
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now 21-0. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Operating from the gun, Singleton. Buying time to his left. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Looking to throw on second down. Singleton eluding the pressure right. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer. McManus's point after is good, and the lead will be cut down to 14.
Broncos 7.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He's got Jeffrey. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. And that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. There he goes left side.
He's going to make everything happen.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now a handoff looking right. And some space here. And now the rookie's free. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
A Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Off play action. Singleton steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area. So no grounding call.
Off the play fake. Singleton being chased out left. Throw left side, complete to Tony. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Going for the deep ball. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll throw now on the final play. And that's Elliott, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Following the fumble recovery, Singleton. And that is caught for the 2 points. They didn't want the tie. They roll the dice and they take the lead.
That felt like a tone setter, didn't it? Forget tying the ball game and feeling like we're just hanging with you. We're going to go ahead and push it to a 1-point lead, and that just changes the complexion of the whole game.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. He'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 36.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They go play action here on first down. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll look to throw here on first down. They'll roll him out right. This is caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. And that'll make this a 6-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to throw. Singleton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
To throw on 3rd down, Singleton. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. He'll look to throw. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken at the goal line. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
At their own 10-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and it finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they work this well upfield and cross the 45.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 4. Flush to his right. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown! A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Jaguars look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing on first down. Singleton flushed out right. Space to run past the 20. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw. Singleton. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack? Or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, complete. It's Elliott. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
He'll get this to Elliott.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make this a second down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. To throw on second down. Singleton. That's going to be caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Looking to throw. Singleton escaping the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score.
So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by J.C. Horn.
And the Broncos are right back in this football game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Here's Chris Claybrooks to return. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talked about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter. Down to about the 22 here. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 22-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the 1st with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a 1st down.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 21, the 30, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. So now a big play here as the Broncos will line up to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Flush to his right. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Huge, huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
Come on, let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play.
They got his man complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Now flags come in before the kick. Clearly there was contact. Who was at fault? So it was the defense that jumped, and that'll move them 5 yards closer.
I wonder how they did it. What if they twitched a little bit up front, a little subtle head movement that the officials didn't detect, but they got it done. Now they're 5 yards closer for their field goal attempt.
A little unconventional, but another kneel down here as they work towards a field goal try. And they get the timeout called here. It comes with 1 second remaining on the clock. Every eye in the stadium fixated on Rodrigo Blankenship. The clock showing just 1 tick. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Jaguars have won the game. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Where were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Jacksonville, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else in their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tennessee Titans come to town. Meanwhile, for Denver, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they
The Dolphins now on the clock. All right, next up, the Colts are on the clock. All right, the Bears are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are on the clock now.